This video will address what happens to the first two people you enroll into Myecon. As a marketing director, your goal is to get promoted to executive vice president as quickly as possible. Executive vice presidents and higher have what is known as base shops, which is significant to earning more commissions and becoming eligible for advancements. As a marketing director, when you sponsor your first two people, those two people are in the base shop of your sponsor if your sponsor is an executive vice president. If your sponsor is not an executive vice president, then your first two people will roll up to the closest executive vice president's base shop. In Myecon, a one-time commission of $35 is paid on every new person who orders the income shifting membership. Myecon calls this immediate commissions. Other companies often refer to this as quick start bonuses. If you are a marketing director, you will earn $10 of the $35 immediate commissions. The remaining $25 goes to the executive vice president whose base shop your first two people are enrolled under. In this example, Joe is an executive vice president and sponsors Mary. Because Mary falls in Joe's base shop, Joe earns the full $35 immediate commissions. Mary decides she wants to build a team and earn commissions just like Joe. Myecon's compensation plan incentivizes Joe to train Mary so that she can get promoted to executive vice president. Mary sponsors her first two enrollments. Myecon considers Mary's first two sponsors training sales. Joe and Mary share in the $35 immediate commissions. Mary earns $10 for each, while Joe earns $25 for each. Mary is now promoted to executive vice president. Now that Mary has been promoted to executive vice president, she is now positioned to start earning the full immediate commissions on everyone she personally sponsors, starting with her third personal sponsor. Mary is also positioned, just like Joe, to earn a total of $25 in training sales each time she trains a marketing director that sponsors a new associate. Let's now go back and focus on Mary's first two people, Matt and Mark. Matt and Mark are in Joe's base shop. Joe is again incentivized to help Matt and Mark promote to executive vice president. This means that Matt and Mark need to sponsor two people each to promote to executive vice president. Matt personally sponsors Luke and John, while Mark personally sponsors Paul and Tim. Matt and Mark are paid $10 for each of their first two enrollments, and Joe earns $25 for each of those enrollments. This makes Joe happy because he just earned $100 in training sales from the work that Matt and Mark did. Matt and Mark are now promoted to executive vice presidents and moved to Joe's first generation. Joe is also happy because Matt and Mark have left 4 marketing directors in his base shop. If Joe helps those 4 marketing directors promote to executive vice president, he will earn $25 times 8, which is $200. This process continues to infinity. Joe's base shop continues to grow, and Joe is incentivized every time he helps marketing directors become executive vice presidents. Mary, on the other hand, has not earned any money on this activity because her first two personally sponsored associates, who are Matt and Mark, got promoted to executive vice president but have not sponsored anyone since becoming EVPs. Matt decides to get going with sponsoring new people. Matt sponsors Pete. Because Pete is Matt's third person, Matt earns the full $35 immediate commissions. Because Matt was one of Mary's first two, Mary earns 25% of what Matt earns in his base shop, which was $35. So Mary gets a matching commission check of $8.75. Pete upgrades to the active cashback mall, which pays $2 CV. And now Matt earns 10% of the $2 CV, which is 20 cents. Again, Mary earns 25% matching commissions of what happens in Matt's base shop, so Mary earns 5 cents. Pete decides to go to work and sponsors his first two people, Luke and John. Pete earns $10 for each. Matt earns $25 for each, and Mary earns $6.25 for each. Again, Mary receives 25% of everything that happens in Matt's base shop. Pete is promoted to executive vice president and is moved to Matt's first generation. As Pete continues to build and sponsor more people, Matt will receive generational commissions. Mary will not receive anything on Pete's remaining activity because Mary is only eligible to get paid 25% from Matt's base shop activity, not his generational activity. Pete is now in Matt's first generation. As you can see from this example, you receive a 25% matching bonus on anything your first two sponsors do inside of their base shop. Your first two personally sponsored must first become executive vice presidents in order to have a base shop before you can begin earning a 25% bonus match. Note, the bonus match is only inside of their base shop, not generations. The advantage of Myecon's compensation plan is once you position yourself as executive vice president, you will benefit from these $25 immediate commission training sales on every person that enters your base shop. There could be hundreds, even thousands of associates entering your base shop. To enjoy massive success, join Myecon, sponsor your first two, and become an EVP. Now, starting with your third associate and beyond, you are now positioned to build a powerful team that gives you massive leverage and pays you huge earnings in commissions.